When is that?
We're going to talk about that in the podcast. Oh, we're live. Oh, I see the live thing. Hi. We're going to talk about that in the podcast. Apparently, the treasure DAO vote or treasure.lol treasure DAO.
Well, do we just want to start there?
Yeah,
let's just start there.
Okay.
I should not be on Spider Tanks though if I'm doing this. I'm going to pull off Spider Tanks. FYI, if anybody's actually watching this, we're actually doing this as test too, just because we got our internet upload was a little bit better, to see if we can actually stream from the office, and so I don't have to do it from home.
Yeah, see what type of stress we can put on the system there. All right, well, I'm pulling up I want to see where the... Okay.
So treasure.lol.
Yep, so treasure.lol. If you don't know, it is a blockchain gaming platform that really works to power outside developers to use their resources, use the magic token, and join the community. They're kind of positioning themselves as what they're calling like the Nintendo of the Web3 world, by providing, these cartridges from partners that are building developments and all making it a part of one interoperable ecosystem. So recently they had a vote going over the staking and vesting period that exists within their flagship core cartridge Bridge World.
Did that vote go through?
So on the Commonwealth, the proposal for the vote completely went through. It passed with 63%. So I believe now it is going to go to a snapshot vote for the final overall yes or no. That was more to gauge kind of the public opinion to see, okay, who's on board with this, who's against it. Let's get some discourse going. And there was some really good people in their community providing, really vested out pros and cons and the implications on the system long term if they do decide to remove these systems. So basically, within their core game Bridge World, you can stake your magic token in what is called the Atlas Mine. And depending on the amount of time that you choose to vest your token, and I can actually share a screen here and pull this up.
Yeah, I was trying to get your Medium article up, but
yeah, I can pull it up.
There it is. I got it.
I believe it's this one. So as you can see, based off how long you decide to lock up your tokens, in this top graph here, you can see that you get what they call like a mining power boost. And basically your mining power just correlates to the proportion of daily magic emissions you get from the mining ecosystem. Nice. So obviously the longer you lock up your initial tokens, the more you're going to receive on the back end. So on the flip side of that, they have a vesting period. So it's the same time period depending on how long you do decide to stake your tokens. That is the period of time in, how long it takes to fully withdraw all the tokens that you have in the Atlas Mine system.
Yeah.
So the vote right now going on was basically this type of gamified system, or what they're calling kind of GameFi, that really heavy play to earn. If that's your kind of first and foremost model, you really don't draw in the right type of people to the community. The more you financialize a game, the less gamers you're actually going to get. And I think we've seen that kind of become true more and more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you saw it with Townstar, right? It was all about just collecting the town. It had nothing to do with the game. So
exactly. So, their thing right now is, okay, we're at a position where we're really starting to grow. Our token is really starting to attain some serious value, and we're starting to attract a lot of these people looking for this as more of an investment opportunity than a game ecosystem, and that's not what they're trying to build.
Yeah, no, I think this is great. You line it out pretty well in the article as well. I think.
Yep.
Showing the positives and negatives there.
It's basically, they're like, okay, well, do we rip the Band-Aid off and remove all of these systems? Do we disable the Atlas Mine, give people their tokens back, and remove the vesting period all completely, knowing that there's probably going to be a steep initial decline in token price, but for the length of the ecosystem, it's going to be beneficial long term. And I think that
part is, I don't think there's going to be a steep decline.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Like, do we know how much is staked versus the total supply? Like how much is even?
That's a very good question. And
Actually,
Because if it's only like 1% and not all those people are even going to sell anyway, it's like
I
almost
know
a
that's actually, I haven't really done any on-chain analysis with it. That's a really good point though. I
well, we
bet
went
could
through it.
look at
We went through it in Nansen. Actually, we pulled up a
Mhm.
bunch of stuff through Nansen. I remember, and it showed some of the staking protocols. I believe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe
I'll look for it. We'll kind of throw some stuff
We'll
out in the
update.
Discord. Yeah, let's start a thread in the Discord and we'll just kind of update that.
But I like it.
No,
I
this is
think
good. This is good.
It's a good thing for the environment. I think.
And I think that's just what they're trying to do, right? I mean, at the end of the day, their main purpose is we're building an ecosystem for gamers. We want the people in the DAO to be gamers. We want, the people investing in our community, not just hoping for a return, but because they want to be a part of the community. And so, I think it could be, there is obviously some potential downsides to this in a more of a short-term situation, lens, I guess. But in the long run, I think this is a really good thing for the ecosystem.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Let's see. We've been going for 6 minutes. We'll go a little bit longer. What's some other news we have? There was huge news yesterday. Huge news. We had the DOJ,
the DOJ
sent out. They did a live stream because basically they're taking down the main money laundering exchange in crypto. And everybody thought it was going to be Binance or something to do with Genesis, but it was I can't remember the name now.
It was
Bitslotto.
like a Biz and Gelato.
Bitslotto.
Bitslotto. Nobody's heard of it. What was there, like 11,000 on the exchange or something? Like, when they took it down? Like
11,000 on the exchange, 6 million.
I'm pulling it up right now.
But the problem with that is obviously they're just going off of what was on there right now. What we really should see, somebody should do, is do a look at the wallets and see how much money actually went through those wallets. That'll give you a better idea of how much money laundering was actually going through that wallet or those wallets for Bitslotto, which nobody heard about. Everybody's freaked out, and oh my god, what's this going to be about? And it was a huge nothing burger.
Well, I mean, yeah, Bitcoin fell almost 5% in a matter of 30 minutes. I think it was.
Yeah, but it was right in line with. It was right in line with the traditional market, so I don't even think it had a thing going on. So
what do you think was the? Oh yeah, here it is. Bitslotto tag wallets had 11K in them at peak 6 million.
Yeah. So I mean, if I'm going to share, let me just share my screen here. I'm going to go down on the hourly, so we can see like what was going on with both Bitcoin. All right, where am I at here? Oh, I need to share my screen. I'm running two computers here, so I keep getting confused on which keyboard I'm on, which I'm not. Let's just go tab here. We'll do that. Okay. You guys see that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So yesterday the announcement was at 9. Is that correct?
Yes.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, like 9:30, like 9:15, something like that.
Yeah. So.
But the initial announcement was at like 7.
Well, it actually came out, and it came out before that because I had people telling me it was Bitslotto like beforehand. But their little live stream was at 9. So you look here, this is 9 o'clock where I put it at. So we'd already dumped from 21K at 6 a.m. that morning, right? And then we were recovering after once everybody found out it was actually Bitslotto, nobody cared, right? If that's the deal. Well, let's look and see what the SPY was doing at the same time. Let's go to SPX, doesn't matter. It's almost exactly the same thing. You look at this is that's 9:30, but we're on the hourly. It's close enough. But you can see that 8:30 to 9:30, everything started to come back up. Well, guess what? Why would the SPY do the exact same thing at 6:30 in the morning and drop down because of a cryptocurrency announcement? It doesn't. So this is all just institutions manipulating, doing their trading, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's just liquidity is super low on everything, volume's low on everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't think it had anything to do with that. Everything was dumping beforehand, so you really couldn't see. There wasn't a whole lot going on there with that announcement. Like there wasn't like a across the board as look at crypto dump. No, the SPY was dumping at the exact same time. So all your conspiracy theories are broken. Hey Blake, when you're looking at this, are you getting any lag on your end? From our cameras over here?
Run your mouse just back and forth across the screen so I can see if even just a cursor lag or anything. I mean, from mine it looks, yeah, maybe like a teeny bit, but not bad. Like it's pretty solid. Should we do a little game streaming though?
Yeah, let's do some game streaming.
I think I shared the screen already.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back into a game. Let's see. Townstar takes a lot. Let's see if we can even open Townstar and see what's going on there.
Townstar.
Yeah.
When is the I forget, when's the next deployment?
I don't know.
Somewhat
I have
soon.
no clue. It's the end of this month, right?
Yeah, I believe, that's when we're going to see it kind of moving to a more, hopefully we should see a overall just better model for people being able to play it on a more kind of AFK setting, not necessarily at their computer the entire time.
Right.
Which is traditionally how these farming games operate, so.
Was that server authoritative? Is that the term for it?
Yes, correct.
So it's actually
look at you, Mr. Nerd.
I'm trying.
I love it. Fire me up.
Server authoritative. Did you know?
I'm hanging out with Andrew. I'm trying to learn the nerd talk.
I think it's non-client based now.
I have not been in Townstar in a while, so.
I haven't either.
It's not much different. They've added some stuff, that you can make and do for the competitions.
I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay with this. It's running.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys look good, sound good on my end. This looks, I can see the little guy walking around all just fine.
Cool. Let's see. Well, what else do we want to cover? Anything else we want to cover? Let's see. We just put another article out, Universe. You want to just chat about that for a sec?
Yeah. For those that don't know, Universe is another kind of blockchain ecosystem project, but they're kind of taking a different approach to the entirety of how this is done. The analogy they kind of use is, what if Marvel or Star Wars or something, a big universe type system, gave all of the character models to the hands of the people and is like, do whatever you want with them. If you want to put Darth Vader on a t-shirt in some cool design and sell it, you got to keep all the profits. We're not taking that up. Like, you do whatever you make new games, make new individual spin-off comics, make the universe however you want to, as a member of the community. So that's kind of, and it's all royalty free. So basically, they have an NFT collection that they just minted this past week, or a week right, Michael? That was this past week, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the time is odd here because we.
Yeah, trying to wrap my head around it all. But
no, it was just a few days ago, I think.
Yeah.
That we did the claim.
So the first hero, their Ryu Genesis collection launched, and that's basically the only caveat to being a creator. As long as you use those characters within whatever you're doing, you have access to all the SDK, character models, music, landscape models, whatever you could think of from a game creator perspective. The only things that Universe takes is sales from the NFTs themselves. So like a royalty fee on the actual characters that they build. Outside of that, they kind of just hand it all to the community and are like, do whatever you want, because that's how we make really cool projects, is by letting the people who are excited about it, invested in it, let them be the leaders. And so, they have their team behind them. Their CEO was like the team lead for the group that launched GTA. They've worked with Call of Duty, the Star Wars franchise, Halo. I mean, they have some serious experience in the space, which I think is a big part of what makes me so excited. But more than anything else, it is just the fact that they are so committed to giving the community all of the resources they could ever need. And then on the flip side, one thing they do that's really cool is they have a I'm going to pull it up on, or actually, Nate, do you want to pull it up on OpenSea so we can show the?
Yeah. I was just showing them on here right now.
One of the coolest thing is just how they use their character models, and how you can interact with them on even just things such as simple as OpenSea. You know, instead of just seeing a still image, you're able to, you know, move your characters, zoom in and out, spin them around, and it kind of gives that
OpenSea link.
I'm going to send it to you right now.
Okay. Send it to the Vox Forged or Forged Vox. There we go. Yeah.
I have OpenSea up with the Rayu if you want to.
I got it.
You got it? There you go.
And so, yeah, so, you know, you can interact with them on just a more visceral level. They actually even have their own independent client that you can download from the Universe website, which is a full application on your PC, basically just dedicated to viewing these in like ultimate detail. You know, you can zoom in on their hands, view the individual like knuckle components, really thought out and pretty beautiful character models that hopefully should be able to be the core pieces of a pretty awesome universe called Unioverse. So
Unioverse.
It'll be cool.
Yeah.
It's an exciting project.
It looks really cool. Yeah.
It's different, right? Like that's what I like to see. There's a lot of these companies I feel like that are just kind of doing the same things as others in the space. You know, they're just going a different model, being probably the most community driven, in the sense of providing assets to the community. But yeah.
And then just the drop itself, I thought was pretty original, was pretty unique. You know, you basically, you did have to buy some of their other NFTs, but they were like, they literally cost pennies. And then the longer you held them, the more like protons you got. And that's what you used to buy this, you know, and then a very modest gas fee was all you had to pay. So I thought that was pretty cool too, to get them out there, but also reward people who are in it early and just holding it. Forced us to do it.
Yep. Oh, exactly.
5 ETH for this guy.
Wow.
Current price.
Wow. So those prices are, what's that floor price for the Legendary collection?
$0.235.
Okay. So it's going down.
Yeah. Cause what was it yesterday? Like
3.8.
Yeah.
I think it was
3.8 the floor.
Yeah. Yesterday it was.
Okay.
Because
the thing is, you can't use these yet. Like they haven't given us a timeline on any actual game.
No, and that was a question I got in the Discord earlier today. Was someone was like, "Do you know, timeline-wise, when can we expect to see, you know, one of the first deployments?" They haven't given us that yet. I would assume we won't see any game launches until we have the developer SDKs fully available. That's in my mind how their roadmap would work. So we'll wait and see. You know, I'll definitely be updating in our Discord about any progressions we see in their system. But it's cool the way they're positioning themselves to kind of become the Roblox of AAA blockchain games, which is a really cool model when you think about it. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, these down the road, if this is a really expansive ecosystem, these legendary characters could have some serious value in the sense of what you can monetize with them, because it's all for you.
Yeah.
So
cool. All right. It's a short one today.
Yep.
We'll lock it up.
Yeah. Good deal.
All right. You guys have a good day.